Shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praises, glories, and honors unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the Church of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the sincere and hopeful elect, you brothers out there prophesying in the true name and the true doctrine about the times we're in. And attitude for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Alright, my name is Kodash Paya. And I'm going to just start off with the book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 16. And it states, "Who will rise up for me against the worker, Salakia, against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?" Right, so who's doing that right now? Right, out of, process of elimination. You got many different religions, which that word goes back to the Latin religio, meaning to restrain or hold back, first of all, right? Now, where's the prophets at? Like the scriptures say, how the Lord will bring us back to our remembrance, and have us prophesying and, being watchmen, warning the people, right? Who's warning the people? Who's prophesying? In the true name and in the true doctrine, about the times we're in, knowing that you are an Israelite, knowing, the curses and the blessings afterwards, right? The kingdom of heaven is at hand. World War III and the MO to the T to the B, the full book, right? And not just nitpicking off of emotions, Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Those, the people that are committing adultery, worshiping other gods, murdering each other, right? Polluting their bodies, worshiping these demonic days. You know what I mean? Because this place that we live in this society, the scriptures say the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. So this is hell. Hell is it's a state of being. You know what I'm saying? I believe in the Hebrew is referring to grave, but what? People die from sin. You know what I mean? But who's standing up for these things, especially now, the latter days that we're living in? Because what? We know that, those that are in the know understand prophecy and understand that we're at the end of the end. You know what I mean? It's not but so long to where Yahweh Shai is going to show his face. It's already declared, right? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Aren't you supposed to defend the gospel, defend the good news, the doctrine? You know what I'm saying? And these Christians ain't doing that. These Catholics damn sure ain't doing that. These Muslims, they gone. Jehovah's Witness. You got a lot of false prophets that state that they're Israelites, but they nitpicking on what to bring out, and they signed the 501c3 charter. A lot of people want their glory now, right? Yahweh Shai didn't do that. He was humble. He was meek. He was lowly. He sat with the sinners and the publicans, prophet telling them what was coming. Read the beginning of Isaiah 24, right? Matthew, Mark 13th chapter, Luke 21. Right? Every time right before a kingdom fell, the Lord sent out men, prophets. He put his words in them as vessels, to warn the people, to bid them to the marriage. And only a small portion, a remnant, is going to receive it if the Lord is supping with them. It says, "Unless the Lord had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence." So the Lord is the one that's guiding, starting from the apostles on down to the men, throughout the four corners of the earth, prophesying, uncut, no sugarcoating, no, putting glitter, what I mean? None of that, man. We tell it like it is, man, right? Even, and double goes unto us. Because we have to show these people and apply what we're saying. Real quick, there's the book of Isaiah chapter 6 verse 8. It says, "Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send? And who will go for us? Then said I, Here am I, send me. And so Isaiah's like, look, man, he felt the Spirit in him. You know, he was compelled to go out and preach the word of the Lord. You know, the scriptures say, covet to prophesy. You know, if you're really passionate about the Lord, right, you're gonna go out and do his will in truth, in faith, and with fear. It says, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. So what are we telling people? We're warning them. You know, we're teaching them, right? We're, you know, through the scriptures, through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, according to what the Lord had brought out upon us, who we've learned from our apostles on down, you know, and studied those things to see if they're so, because you got a lot of false information, you know, that causes controversy, right? A lot of Jake. What I mean by Jake is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians, which are the biblical Israelites. A lot of our people like to dwell on how they feel because of traditional things that they grew up into, the lies and, you know, and just going into the ways of this world, being accepted in the world. But what? We're supposed to be set apart, right? We're supposed to be, you know, like Paul said, be not equally yoked with unbelievers. We're not supposed to be celebrating these days, worshiping other gods, doing things that the wicked are doing. You know what I mean? And as far as knowing that, you got to lead by example. It says, and these people don't perceive that. They don't have fear in the Lord. You know, so therefore they're not going to get right. But that's why the scriptures always speak about a remnant. 144,000 and 1/3 and the women and children that consist of that number. Right? It says, make the heart of the people fat, meaning their minds, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. So, you know, if the Lord wants you to be converted, if he is supping with you, you know, then, hey man, you know, the scriptures say the angels rejoice for every one sinner that repenteth. So that's a beautiful thing, because once the elect is sealed, you know, we could get up out of this hell, man, you know, and dwell, you know, in the kingdom of heaven in righteousness that's gonna be done and established on earth. But, you know, all hell has to break loose. The storm has to come in order for the rainbow to appear, for peace. That's the balance. You see, just like when there was 40 years of war with King David, after that came what? 40 years of peace with King Solomon. And that was like a glimpse of the kingdom right there. It says, then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. So, you know, we got to keep bringing this word out, you know, going out prophesying in the highways and the byways, speaking to the people daily, doing our daily lessons on the social media platforms, because that's how the word goes out, and that's how it multiplies, right? But until everything gets shut down, and, you know, the day of the Lord is you know, nearer than we believe, to where famine is really hit full throttle. They shut down the internet. You know, that's the famine of the word as well. You know, pestilence and martial law. You know what I mean? Complete anarchy, and World War III appearing. You've seen the missiles. You know what I mean? The hour of temptation, pursuing the Revelation 13 and 16 and 3 and 10. So it's not but so much that has to occur for people to realize, like, yo, you know, that's like the scriptures say, then they shall know that a prophet was among them. Because the Lord dwelleth not in temples made with hands. It starts with us, man. This is the book of Revelation chapter 14 verse 13. It says, And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord, from henceforth, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. So that the point was that their works do follow them. So your works will follow you, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, the doors of repentance are still open. So Isaiah chapter 55 verse 6 says, What? Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. And we know he's near because what? Everything that was warned that was going to befall us in the latter days, which is now. You know, wars and rumors of wars, pestilence, famine, you know, false leaders, you know, earthquakes in diverse places, and, you know, Jacob's trouble, so on and so forth. Right? The hour of temptation, etc. You know, and living it and growing in what we know, because you got to grow like a plant, like a tree, you know. A tree grows and then it bears fruit, so our fruits will be known through our works, our teachings, our growth as men of the Lord. Men first, but then men of the Lord. You know? And you gotta be sincere, man. You know, only the Lord knows your heart. But this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 14. For God shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be bad. You know, so Judgment day is coming, man. You know, so if you have fear, man, you want to get right and be in good graces unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, so he finds you worthy to escape these things that's coming. Like it tells you, I believe, in the book of Luke. Right? And this is the only way we're going to be found worthy. You know, because if you defending the Lord, if you having his back, believe you me, man, he's surely going to have your back. You know what I mean? And that's the one that you want to defend you. Not no, because ain't no cops gonna defend you, no military, nobody. You know, family members betraying each other. You know, division is, you seeing division happening now. You know, the Egyptians versus the Egyptians, like people being divided due to the restrictions and, you know, things of that nature. Right? The unjust laws being passed, some believe, some don't. The haves and the have-nots. And that's going to accumulate more and more. You know what I'm saying? But what? You don't want to be divided with the Lord. You want to be with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And that's the main priority. 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 20 says, But in the great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. Right? It says, if a man therefore purge himself from these, which is what? To cleanse yourself, right? He shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. So you want to be found honorable in the eyes of the Lord by defending him, you know, fighting the good fight of faith and finishing your course, like Paul said, man. You know, throughout, you know, your trials and tribulations. Right? Because your works will follow you. So I says the dead in Yahushua shall arise first. But you want to be that vessel of honor, because like a vessel, you know, if there's a vessel, if there's like a container of some sort, right? Whether it be made of potter or whatever, it makes the most noise. You know what I'm saying? People that speak empty words and they're not of the Lord, they like to make the most noise and make the most, cause the trouble and, you know, things like that, right? But what? You know, those people are leading the blind and they have more gatherers. You know what I mean? But what? Those that are of honor, you know, like I mentioned, those are the dishonorable, but the ones that are honor, hey man, they're gonna be filled with the word of the Lord as a well that's filled with water. You know, water which is referred to as the word of the Lord, wisdom, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, and helping, you know, speaking to the people to open their eyes about the Lord's statutes, commandments, and the holy days, and to rehearse the righteous acts. Because yeah, we're not perfect, you know, but to strive for that perfection, you know, which is when Yahweh Shah comes back. to deliver us out of here and give us our new bodies and become that governing body, the first fruits. You know? So you want to be prepared, meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. Verse 22, flee also youthful lust, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace, with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart, a pure mind. You know, follow them that call upon a name. Because you can't just call upon any other name like it's nothing. Because now you're conjuring up spirits. You're worshiping other gods. You're worshiping men. You know, images made of men. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't want to follow that. Right? You want to follow faith. Be of faith, charity, peace, with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart, and not being malicious, not doing things for filthy lucre's sake, to gain and have vain glory upon this earth, man. Because everything here is temporary. Everything here is temporary. The kingdom of heaven is forever, everlasting. You know, so with that, man, this was a exhortation. Hopefully this was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Until next time, shalom.